All right. How are we now? Google Lip Reader. That'd be a good AI one. Google Lip Reader. Testing. Testing. Can you hear me now? There you go. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Fudging Mondays, man. All right. I had to reboot the computer like 2 minutes before the show because the camera didn't work. And then Brock's site wouldn't let me in, and then his audio won't work. What else is going on? I'm going to the chiropractor. That's it. Just gonna call it a day and go to the chiropractor. All right. Rewind. SEO this week, episode 36, Trifecta method. If you guys don't know, Brock Misner, he put out a course on maps rankings. I want to say like it's a year ago, and then he had another service, was kind of like a monthly subscription kind of thing where he offered tips and advice. Well, the monthly service kind of, when I got into it, finally, it was pretty much dead. I didn't ask for a refund or anything. Brock's a good dude, and just said, "Hey, your shit's dead, yo." And I canceled. It was only like $7 anyway. And then he started doing a lot of talks at conferences and et cetera, which is awesome. It's great exposure for Brock. And then in the course of that, he actually wrote or built another course, and then it's called the Trifecta method. If you don't know who Brock Misner is, he's on a speaking circuit now, and he talks a lot about maps and maps rankings and getting all that in place for you. But he takes it from a different angle than say Mike Marlino, where Mike Marlino will talk about CTR, and then Brock doesn't. So you can see the course at brockmisner.pudia.com. I'll share this in the chat. There we go. And let me put it into the description while I'm thinking of it now. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Yep, there you go. It's in the description now. So if you want to, you can hit refresh. So I just wanted to show you what's inside of it. And then I'll give you a little bit of my perspectives on going through previous iteration of Brock's course and my opinions on his teaching style, et cetera. And then you can decide if it's right for you. So without further ado, here's the sales page. That's that link I just gave you, brockmisner.pudia.com. You're looking at the new way, the local trifecta method. You see it's $1,000. It's the same price the old course was. He's actually got more videos in the new one. And then you can get a coaching hour with him if you want. Those guys also offer, like, let's just say you don't have time or don't want to go through another course. They actually have another service or a service. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Well, I'll just share this one, and then you guys can do your own research on. It's DYF boost your GPB Jesus.com. Let me share this in the chat too for you guys. And there's all the services they offer. And they're actually, honestly, I think they're pretty reasonable prices. I'm probably going to sign up a couple maps on it just to see how everything goes. And then I need some emails and stuff. And you can buy Gmails from them and everything else. So there's a whole bunch of little things in here that you can get for you and they're based off of Mike's stuff and Brock's stuff. So if you don't want to do any of that maps crap, then you can just come here. He said, I talked to Mike, and like this one here is like $5.99 for the listing setup and package. I don't know that you need that. I think that's like if you want to get a listing. But then you have this GBP in website audit. I don't necessarily need that. I would probably get one of these DFR CTR campaigns just to, validate that. But if you are like, say you had 20 maps, once you get 20 maps, then the price starts going down based off the volume that you order. They're not really looking for the people who order for one map. They're looking for people who want to order, a lot. Right. So obviously it makes sense, but you have the branded campaign and then the branded and keyword campaign. I mean, Mike talks a lot about just branded, so I would try just the branded one and see where it goes in the beginning. If anything, it's not going to kill anything, right? But now you have the link to the course, and here's the new way, the trifecta method. There's Brock. He looks just like that in person. So let's see, and recommendations, and here's all the course contents and etc. You can kind of see what's going on in here. And I'm signed in, so I can see this back end, but you start off typical with the intro, and then there's an associated Facebook group. I haven't signed up for that yet. And then he just goes right into it, increasing your authority, your listing optimizations, publishing Gmail accounts, adding trust, and posting, Google posting, images, VPNs and proxies, mobile emulator engagement. I would imagine this is like the iPhone stuff. I actually installed that the other day. I got to play with it today. Information on reviews, optimizing your profiles, brand authority stuff. There's a little section from Mike on CTR. And then what I wanted to see was the what am I looking for? The word I'm looking for, the URL manipulation stuff, because I've messed with a lot of URL manipulation versions and variations, and Brock's was like the only one that actually did anything. Right. So trying to see where that's at. I know it's in here. I think you just change the titles and I'd have to click through everything. And I don't know if we want to do that. Well, I got time while you guys make questions. So let's see. 3 secrets to Google profile algorithms. Why does it matter? Building backlinks. There it is. There's URL manipulation stuff. Building backlinks. Some more examples. The free Chrome extension. There's no URLs on here. That's kind of pain in the ass. You got to watch the video and then do search for it to find the URLs. Oh, here's one. This is from Brian Cato, manipulated map URL maker. He's got a spreadsheet that does it. That's dope. Brian Cato, Backlink Factory. I know Brian, talked to him in person a couple times, and yeah, both of us use that Backlink Factory. It's just kind of the easiest way for Google Drive stuff. Let's see. New map embed with buttons for, oh, that's interesting. I have to figure what, be look forward to that. I was doing map embeds on Money Robot properties, or just a GS or like a S3, just a little piece page with S3 on it, and then taking Money Robot, and there's a little traffic generator inside of Money Robot. At the time, this was really cool. So you make your S3, embed your map on the S3, and then make like 10 of those, and then use the traffic system inside of Money Robot. And I was ranking for Bell's bondsmen in Los Angeles with just the map embed and the traffic for Money Robot, pulling that API call over and over and over and over again. And it ranked the map. And Google figured me out, I think, and that stopped working, but it was cool while it lasted. But I don't know why that came to mind, just because of embeds. Let's see, Google Business Profile Optimizations, how to optimize the name hacks, finding the right categories. Everyone I talk to in map stuff, as you all know, I'm learning this map stuff because I hated maps and I just got out of it, and so much has changed. Now I'm essentially kind of in a position where I'm relearning everything, and categories are stupid important right now. Categories and reviews. Services, finding the right services. I heard rumors, I don't know if it's true or not, but the services are not getting highlighted very well on the maps anymore, supposedly. I don't know if that's true. Posting as the business owner. Let's see, get a review, publish every time. Why reviews are not published. This would be a good section for a lot of people that are having issues with that. Quality scores. This is like quality score for your, just looking at the image, it looks like it's talking about for the account that you're using, which makes sense why they're offering emails, because you want to have good accounts that don't, especially if you're doing reviews for yourself or whatever, you want those to stick. In order to get them stick, you got to have a good account to do to pull that off, right? So bad example, I don't know what that is. Bad something example, let's see. Probably some stuff. Yeah, see, they're warming up the map and the accounts together. Here's another one. Let's see, problem, solution, problem. Cheat code. Oh, he's got edu, gov, and AC accounts for sale via Gmail. Oh, that's slick. Definitely have to check that out. Let's see. Warm up your accounts. Google Trust Score. If there is a Google Trust Score. What's this? Oh, Gmail account tools. That's cool. Where else are we at here? Basic Gmail engagement. It's the warm up stuff. Posting. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I did a posting test where we siloed, essentially stacked 300 posts. One link to another, link to another, link to another, link to another, and we did 300 of them, and it did nothing. So hopefully his way actually is useful. Let's see. Mobile engagement without phones. That'd be nice. Mobile in emulator setup, ultimate driving directions. If I had to guess without clicking into those, is talking about iPhone. I'm iPhone. Because he spoke about that software endlessly at different conferences, but I won't click on it because in case he is listing it, and clearly he didn't name it here on purpose, right? So I don't want to give that away in case he found a new software. Review copy written by, oh yeah, getting ChatGPT to rewrite your reviews. I've seen that. Brand authority hacks. Let's see if we get any insights. Nope. Boosting CTR. CTR doesn't work. Mike Merlino. Um, backlinks, iframes, cloud stack citations is more. This is updated people he's outsourcing to. That's really handy, especially if you're a one-man band and you want to knock out. You can knock out some. You have this set of providers, you know what you're going to do, and you know your cost. You can have them knock that stuff out for you. Suspensions, that's kind of a big deal. And then some SOPs and stuff. And I don't want to share those because you might give those SOPs out in the image or something. So but that's the course. I mean, for $1,000, let's see if we can figure out the average length of the video. Just press and play here real quick.
Here's our main map link.
10 minutes here.
So
8 minutes. I'm just picking some random ones, just kind of see what the average length of the videos are.
Kind of go over the settings that'll give you
4 minutes. So 10 minutes or less, 64 videos. You could probably get through this in a day. If it's like his last course, I did have to come back when you saw like some of the manipulated URL things. You're gonna pause and retype out those URLs, but he did partner with Brian and he's got that spreadsheet, so that might save a whole lot of time. And then nothing in here from if it's the same as his other course, which I should have. No, it's because he's got it under this Pudia thing, and his other course is saved under something else. But his other course was, I mean, it was stupid easy, and everything in there you can actually read it, you listen to it, he understands it, he speaks clearly, just like I, tell everyone. If you want to teach people anything, you got to have clear, concise instructions. It's fine to ramble, it's fine to give background, but at the end of the day, if people are going to get value out of your thing, clear, concise instructions to do the thing that you're telling them to do. That way they can go repeat what you did and see if they get the same results. Oftentimes, as we all know, it is not the case. But if you know each clear, concise step and then why you're doing it, you can modify what you're doing based off of what they showed you and get results out of it. And that's kind of the gold mine of taking courses and then learning from multiple courses and applying that stuff. All right. So here's my big head. You guys don't need to see that. So if in the case of Brock's course, it's I have no doubt it's going to be clear spoken. It's going to be straight and to the point. And there's not going to be a whole lot of bullshit fluff in there, which is good, especially if you're busy. So, and I am busy because I have this course, and then I have another course that someone gave me, and he gave it to me knowing full well that I review courses, right? That if it sucks, it sucks. If it doesn't suck, then I'll say it doesn't suck, right? Right. And I have that course. Let me get the name of it. Gotta find it. There it is. Topical maps unlocked. Let me share that one with you. Share screen. There you go. So topical maps unlocked, and it was given to me by the owner. Yeah. How do you pronounce that? Yo-Ao. I don't want to call him Yo-Yo. That's just rude. Yo-Ao. We'll just say Yo-Ao. And he's got this topical maps course, and he gave it to me. Like, here you go. My guess is he saw my disappointment with Corey's, probably listened to what I considered was constructive criticism about Corey's and said, hey, dude, check out mine. I think you'll like it, which is awesome. What he also has is the packages. So he'll make packages for you. So in this case, if you look at his packages, and I'll share the link in the chat for you guys. There's the link. So you guys don't have to try to watch the video because Zoom sucks in video. If you look at this and you figure like, what is the value of a air quotes topical map for a website? I mean, he's getting regularly $1,000 for the starter one, and then 2,000 for this other one. So, and he's going content types, SEO title, recommendations. He's not even getting like stupid, crazy deep into a topical map. Here's the map. Here's these recommended titles, and it's laid out for you, right? And, it's got really good prices. So if you're good at creating topical maps and you have your own systems and you know how to make a topical map based off of all this entity and semantic SEO information that you've gotten from everybody, there's an opportunity here for you. I wouldn't go any lower on the pricing though, than what Matt Diggity's done. His pricing is, I think, is $400 for almost $500 for a topical map. I've seen a buddy of mine bought one of Matt Diggity's. I mean, it's okay for $400. That's okay. It's some bunch of research that's taken care of that you don't have to do. You save yourself some time, depending on your hourly rate. I mean, totally worth it, right? So check out Yoals here at topicalmap.com. And then check out Matt Diggity's and look at it and see if they're right for you. Like if you have the budget to drop to get one of these, I would buy it, get the deliverables, and then see which part of these you can do on your own. And then he does have his course. Let me click on that and we can, see it's here. Where's the order form? Let me in TME course. Log in. Let's see if I got the login. I should have had that login URL saved. There it is. Share one more time because Zoom sucks. I need to find another. I don't want to. I have the video stuff in Zoom, right? So it's 720, and that's kind of what it's limited to. So when I share screens like this, it comes out blurry and disgusting. And I can do that. I can get rid of that issue if I go to like OBS or something like that. Problem is I piggyback this show on SIA's AMA, and the AMA is on Zoom. And I can't do that with OBS. It's just dumb. So if you guys have a better solution that actually is like a Zoom replacement, I'm totally down for a Zoom replacement. As long as I can stream through, but it's got to be something that people can. It's got to be like Zoom where I can have the meeting in the background, the SIA crew can come in, and then that kind of stuff. So if you have any ideas, please leave a comment down below. Anyway, here's the Yoal's Topical Maps course. You see he offers the product, and then he's got the course, private Facebook groups, tools, new sites, existing site approaches, topical authorities, and then actually how to freaking make it, right? So there's a lot of, here's all the theory and stuff, and then he actually goes into how to make it, how to create your site map, your mind map, how to do your site structure in WordPress. All of that stuff that was missing from Corey's course is all right here. Like there was a lot of great theory in Corey's course. If you could get through the blah 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 and the endless repeating of information over and over again in those videos, as I said before, the last 40 of them was a complete waste of time. Here's the 40 I wish I would have had after I watched the first 40 of Corey's to bring everything together, and I would have been able to turn something into awesomeness. So I have this course. I got to go through that. Check out his website, topicalmap.com, the really great domain, and see if the course is right for you or whatever. You want to go through that with me. And then check out Brock's course, the local trifecta, for the map stuff if you're in the maps. So I'm more leaning into the map side just because of the search generative experience. And if you don't know what that is, this is my last rambling. Watch this. Dallas roofers. Search generative experience. This is pretty much what you get. Sometimes this will auto populate, other times it won't. Usually on local, I have found that it does not. But let's say you have the search generative experience, they decide to turn it on by default. Look at this, and then watch this. I hit generate. It is the maps rankings. Let's see here if you can see both. White Rock. Let's see. Usually it matches 1 for 1. They changed it. They got rid of this AM roofing. That's interesting. Revels is there. Let's see. More businesses. So White Rock, AM, Revels, New View, and T Rock. Let's go back. Generate new roofing T. Yeah. So why would they dump the middle one? That's not very nice. Let me see if they do it again. Phoenix. Generate. Roofers by Allstate Roofing Contractors. I wonder if that's a lead gen map. It's number 1. Phoenix Roofing and Repair is number 2. Roofing and Remodeling is number 3. So that one matches. So, but my main point here is maps rankings. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's where we got to go after. So we click on this and you get the map. Again, you don't end up at the website yet. And then you click on it, you go to the website. And then if you click that, you get a lot of more of this madness. It's not going to widen out. That's a really bad experience. Phoenix Roofing, and then what are these? Expertise. I bet you these turn into ad blocks. Right? Okay, so all of that said is you gotta pay more attention to it. Assuming that people are going to use this, and CTR will let us know that soon. But I expect, if I was Google, first one to add, second one to add. These two would be ads, and then these two would be these. That's how I would monetize it if I was in charge of this company. But so that's why I'm paying more attention to maps nowadays, because the organic is still there. It's perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, I like the new presentation a lot better than the old version of the organic listings. I think it's great. But the maps, I'd be remiss as a consultant, much less an SEO, if I didn't see what the writing on the wall here is, and then the potential impact in regards to CTR to organic. So there's that. All righty. Let's get the questions now. See if you guys. Raymond's got a question. That's because they're in the YouTube chat, Raymond, not the Zoom chat, but I can fix that. On to 3. There we go. All righty. Mike Pierce in the house. Busy guy. He must want something. It's the only time he comes in, bugs me. Let's see. Yeah, and Mike's on with me in the topical maps. If you're going to do those, you can charge good money for those. I mean, I suggest no higher than 400. Well, no lower than 400. But and then Yoel, he's got his at what, $1,000 and $2,000. But Mike is right. You can sell those things for more. As a matter of fact, just a little lesson for you. I charge for a local business, let's say in Phoenix area, $2,500 a month. I'm totally content with that amount of money for the amount of work that I do, and I think it's good for me. It's good for the local businesses and stuff. That said, I'm not building Digital Ear out, right? So I'm not trying to make a big agency. If I was trying to make it big agency, I would model places like Ignite SEO, Tandem SEO, Neil Patel Digital, and there's a couple others that are not as widely publicly known, but are big enough or big, and those guys charge $30,000 a month, and they're not doing all that much. I mean, us little guys doing SEO, trying to peel away, do way more SEO work than a $30,000 a month agency does. So yeah, for local. Yeah. So you guys can raise your prices up. Stop being cheap asses, raise your prices up, buy better quality tools, buy more training, get more ideas, figure out of all those training things that you got, like Corey's course. Told you, for me, if you're brand new and you're trying to learn how to do topical maps, that was a waste of money. But there was ideas in there that I got out of it that I can apply to my overall strategy. So for me, because I have the ability and knowledge already around that topic, I can take that and go, oh, there's this one thing that Corey said, and then I can turn that into a process and stuff, and definitely make my money back from it. Same with Brock's course, same with Yoaz's course, Jimmy Kelly's stuff, right? I can, or if I buy Mike Pierce's stuff, or even if you spend just an hour with Mike Pierce and Brad stuff on that, the mini nets, just learning a little bit of that. I mean, you're investing your time, you learn that from Mike and Brad, and then you can turn that into a system, and you can create $30,000 a month value in an SEO campaign that gets results, and beat those companies that are doing 30,000 a month and only writing, doing essentially they're doing page speed optimization, some technical stuff, writing some articles, and then getting up to around 5 to 7 backlinks a month for the website. That's all they're doing, and they're charging $30,000 a month. So obviously you're not going to go do that if you're like in, or your clients are in, Pakistan or whatever, and UK people are going to have to pay, or might be charging more or less, and Australia, New Zealand, and et cetera. Or if you're in India and you're competing against the other 100 million Indians that all know coding and are doing call centers and emails, you got to adjust your pricing to get into that kind of stuff and get, but the point is, there are businesses, I know for a fact that there are businesses that are totally willing to pay that amount of money. So learn stuff, get yourself a niche, like Yoel did. He topical maps. He saw and learned that a bunch of people were using them, transitioning the vocabulary was going over from silos to topical maps and content briefs and all that stuff, and he turned that into a business. And you guys can do that too by combining trainings and stuff, figuring out a system that you can do repeatedly, either by just rolling out these steps and then outsourcing all that work, or knocking that work out yourself, and you can actually make a lot of money. So just try it. Let's see. Curious about the SERP keyword difficulty section. I mean, keyword difficulty is pretty subjective, right? So take Skylar Samuels. He's in the chat. What he might find to be a hard keyword, I might find to be easy. And what I might find to be easy keyword, he would find to be hard. I said the same thing, but the opposite, right? So if Skylar's idea of keyword difficulty is totally different than mine. So I have never ever given any of those keyword difficulty tools any time of day. I mean, they're a good representation of stuff, especially the first one that I know of that uses it was SE Cockpit, and it's inside of their keyword research tool, and they've essentially graded your website, and then based off of your website, they say how hard it would be to rank for that keyword because you have all these guys that you got to compete with. So that's kind of where I take keyword difficulty, and I would leave it at that. Let's see. Can you do a search within that for a product as opposed to a service? Is it still a maps? In product searches in the search generative experience are actually product listings. They're carousels. And in my opinion, I think they've gone a little bit overboard on it. But let's say you search for Skylar's blue panties, right? It'll show you blue panties from every other store except for Skylar's blue panty store. It's weird. So if you search for a brand, it does not showing you the actual like website for that brand. Like you can, I think I did an example on the SEO Fight Club where you put Pepsi in and then it doesn't bring the Pepsi website up. It doesn't make sense. So you got to be a little bit careful with that if you're e-com guys. But I went over the e-com stuff at SEO Fight Club, so I don't necessarily want to rehash that here this week. Go look at SEO Fight Club last week, and you see I walked through Ted through what search generative experience is, since he was talking out of his ass. Let's see. You're welcome, Juan. Let's see. Juan, what are some specific things in addition to having keywords and URL alt information you can do when you have an image heavy website and the client wants very limited text on page? That is where hidden content comes in, and you can go all out and create you can do a carousel or a tab system and hide content in carousels and tabs. But if the client's like a photographer or artist and they're like straight out, no, I don't want any words whatsoever and stuff, then you got to go the hidden content route. And that would be either a hidden div or that or something along those lines. If you don't want to mess with any of that, you can do schema. And use about and mentions in the schema. Describe the features of the image that's on the page. For example, let's say it's a one single page that has one piece of art on it. You can describe the artist, the style of art, the features of the style of art, etc. In schema, and you can actually rank a page with schema. Terry Samuels did a test and we published it in SIA ages ago where he was ranking a web page in schema, and I believe, correct, I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think he expanded that to a whole website just with schema. So there's a couple things you can do in that regards to help you out. One. Boris, what do you think of SEO autopilot? Does it meet the usual needs for link building with those diagrams? in regards to, I'll tell you this, Boris, I tested every one of those nodes, Web 2s, social bookmark high quality, etc. And they all move the needle up. So Google doesn't filter them out. In regards to the diagrams, I can't say because I've never used the default diagrams. I always made my own based off of those test results and the time that I wanted to invest waiting for that software to run. So I would recommend that if you want to invest in autopilot, or I think they're kind of they'll be transitioning all the way over to Neo, SEO Neo completely here soon. I would recommend just getting it and testing that yourself. DJ, if you could share your experience about Jimmy Kelly's Entity Establishment Mastermind course. The Entity Establishment one, not to be confused. He's got the SEO MA one. That's the one that's on now. It's $1,000 a month. The Entity Establishment one, was, I want to say it was 2000 at the time. And then when I was in it, Jimmy Kelly barely taught anything. It was all Daryl Osborne teaching, and he was teaching schema. And I'm not bashing on Daryl Osborne, but I just got almost the impression, just because of how that information was given, he was opening up schema for products, let's say product schema. He'd open it up, walk us through the schema, and then say, and here's a template I built for you. And that was pretty much that course. So it was $2,000 a month to learn in that manner from Daryl Osborne. And I've been going through courses with Daryl Osborne for ages, so I wasn't paying $2,000 to listen and learn from Daryl Osborne. What happened after, I think that mastermind went on for a while longer, but I'm not sure how much longer. But that was the one that inspired me. It was like, I'm just going to create my own schema course, because people are getting $2,000 a month to learn how to use templates, and they didn't learn how to use that schema.org website. It's kind of my perspective on it. So then I created my schema course, which is still valid to this day. I made it almost 2 years now, and it's still valid. And I have templates in there, but I don't give templates away, which is probably why a lot of people don't buy it. I taught them how to use the thing and didn't make it easy for them. So I got to redo that. I'm going to not necessarily redo that, but I'm going to make some other videos and actually give templates away in that thing, to kind of get both sides of the crowd. So that's how that's going to be. Cloud Inspector. I sense a man crush. Yeah, Skylar's a pretty mouth. Just playing. Charles Taylor. More SEO unboxing. We really appreciate you taking the various tools. Hey, no problem, Charles. Yeah, I enjoy these. They're actually pretty cool, and I don't have to think about topics. I need to start one of those GoFundMe's so we can, GoFundMe so we can buy more courses to actually get through these. It'd be awesome. Let's see, DJ, how would one transit from solo SEO freelancer to an agency? Old course, not a sell more. Thank you. Running an agency or being a part of an agency? I'm going to assume running an agency. The easiest way is probably the way that I did it. I just started taking on one client here, one client there, and I got to a point where I was flush, and then from that point I could take on another client. And in order to take on those other clients, I hired some Filipino VAs. And then my VAs can do, like drive stacks. They can make those. Like one of them just finished an email campaign to over 17,000 other businesses for me. The other one of them manages all the product, manages ClickUp for me, is essentially what she's doing. The other one, she does some link building stuff with SEO Nitro for me. So you can do that cheaper with VAs from the Philippines. Bear in mind that the Filipino culture is a great culture, but those in that too, if you tell them that or something that is wrong, they're going to do it the way that you told them to do it. Right? They will not go, oh, hey, this doesn't seem right. Right? They're not going to have that initiative or take the initiative to let you know that you did it wrong. They're just going to say, Mr. Butler told me to do it this way, and I'm doing it this way, and then go on the town with it. So you got to be ready for that. You need a project manager or a project management system to track all that stuff and keep them gainfully employed. My VAs, honestly, I mean, I pay them for the whole month, but I think I forget about them. And they don't work very much. Like, right? So have a plan to manage them. Right now we're on ClickUp. I don't like it. I don't like going in there and using it. And I don't like how it's not visual like a Trello or a Git Scrum is. So I'm probably going to switch to Git Scrum. I just have to make the templates for each of the pieces of work so that they can move them across, so I can see what's done and where it's at and all that stuff. And they can come in there and do it. We can all look together versus the ClickUp. It's a little convoluted. So we'll be changing that. Patreon account. Yeah, that's what Brock had. Patreon is his Patreon is $7 a month or something like that for videos. That might be a good idea, Charles. Have to see how that works out. Patreon account. That's a good idea. I'll look into it, Charles and Celia. Thank you. DJ, what are your current top 5 courses you recommend spending money on now and you don't recommend spending money on? Can't go wrong with Authority Hacks. You can't go wrong. Affiliate Lab for Matt Diggity. I mean, Matt Diggity is a popular kind of guy, but there's a lot of stuff in there that you can look in there. And then the OMG guys have Traffic Hacks. And I say the OMG guys, but really for that Traffic Hacks course, all you want is the stuff that if you're into SEO, all you really want is the stuff that Josh is doing and Greg Morrison recorded in there. Those are the that's what you need for that. What else? What's the other one? So Authority Hacker, Authority Hackers, Traffic Hacks, Affiliate Lab, SEO Blueprint from Glenn Allstop. I think he's calling it SEO Blueprint still. Yeah, SEOblueprint.com from Glenn Allstop. That's a really good course. Brock's courses, obviously. What else? And then Masterminds. I was in traffic think tank for a while. I just stopped. SEM Rush bought it, and it's at the end of the day, it wasn't as active as I thought it was going to be from the SEO perspective. And there's not enough brainstorming. There's not a lot of people in there actually giving information. There's plenty of people that ask questions over and over and over and over and over and over again. But there was no really, smart people having conversations kind of thing from a mastermind perspective. So, and then who else would I learn from? Jimmy Kelly, that SEO Sioma thing, but his new mastermind is not just a mastermind. I'm actually paying for 3 services as part of that, and the training is just kind of this is to leverage those services. So, damn, I think that's about it for ones that I would recommend today. If you're brand new, I say go out and consume as much as you can and start building your own SEO strategies. That's how I got started. But I got started in the Black Hat side of things, the Black Hat world, and learning and understanding Black Hat applications, etc. So, but you, if you're just starting out, I mean, you cannot go wrong just learning from all the common sources. Even Warrior Forum, you can still go there and learn stuff there. You can go to Neil Patel's blog and learn stuff there. Backlinko, learn stuff there, and then start buying some courses and buying the $47, $97 courses, and then buying a membership like, for example, SIA. Get an SIA membership. Being a member there, you get access to courses from me, and my courses in SIA and the testing and stuff is really oriented toward a small business owner who doesn't know a lot of SEO and isn't applying it. And that way the SEO testing helps them circumvent a lot of the madness. And then the courses that are in there are all designed for, really, at the end of the day, brand new or newer SEOs or small business owners that are doing it themselves and don't want to be authorities on SEO. So just consume. I'm consuming all the time. I mean, I can't have a show like SEO This Week running without consuming new information all the time. So you guys do that. If you're just starting out and doing your business, etc., then, start a course all the time, and then get buy yourself a domain and just throw a site on there that you can trash and do all kinds of crazy stuff to you. And that's how you're going to get better. So you can learn all the foundations and be okay, but you can, when you start trashing stuff, you can get better quick. In the next episode, can you do SEO template reports, audits, SEO templates, report, backlink patterns that you can recommend? Oh, do you like tools, DJ? Those are actually tools for the audits. Honestly, dude, you could do with just two tools for technical audits, because all those audit tools all tell you the same fucking thing. There's just a different presentation, right? So I'm going to tell you, get 2 pieces of software: Screaming Frog and Sitebulb, and that's all you need. Screaming Frog and Sitebulb. And the reason why you want 2 crawlers is Sitebulb has all that presentation stuff that you can go and look as smart or as dumb as you want, and add to your reports and expand out. And you can bury a client with just Sitebulb. And then Screaming Frog, you can hook to tools and use for diagnostics or just run some one-offs on a couple pages if you're actually selling audits, right? Because I don't do proposals and I don't do audits. If you want a proposal for me, you're spending $2,000 because it's going to take me 4 hours to go through your website and go through your data and stuff. So you're spending $2,000 to get an audit from me. If you And I don't do proposals because I got to do an audit. So if you want an audit, you want a proposal, you're buying an audit. Get it? But you can do it with Screaming Frog and Cypal, and that's all you need. And there's all that is just all those tools are looking for technical things. Is this there? Yes or no? Page speed there, schema, and all that stuff. And Cypal is probably more built out to tell you all those things all at one time. You just turn all those little features on, and then push go, and then walk away from your computer for a little bit, and it knocks that out for you. It's not good. None of them are really good for big ass monster sites, but they're plenty enough for a good audit. Charles, a problem I have had over the years is consuming all this SEO knowledge is great, but how do you implement on a regular process? It's about in your perspective, Charles, because we know each other. In my perspective, it's about what can I do at scale. So you and me and people who are running at scale, we can't just go, oh, that's a cool thing, let me go try that on their website. I gotta go, oh, that's a cool thing, let me go see if it works, then let me try it on the website. Then is it possible for me to do it across the entire website? Is that a thing that I can do over and over? Now, how much work does it take to do it? How much money does that work cost me, and or how much does it cost to have someone else do that work for me? Now, can I also scale that cost? Right? So when I look at new things or new information, or I'm looking at new ideas, or learning new techniques, I definitely look at it from that perspective now. How long is it going to take? How much time is it going to and money is it going to cost me? Can I scale it, and can I do it within the budget of the client? In regards to franchisees, for example, it's $1,000 a month usually is what it works out to, where I got to keep everything under for those guys. And those are local, right? And and that's the work to actually rank them. So that's how I look at this consuming stuff. For example, I watched the SEO video show. I saw an episode, Stacker Studio. Was it Stacker Studio? Yeah, Stacker Studio. And the guest on Dre's show was talking about Stacker Studio and syndication and all that stuff. The idea of Stacker Studio sounds great, but you go to the website and you look for pricing, you can't see it, so it's undoubtedly going to be expensive, right? And they want to get you on a call and figure out the argument. Less than $40 per pickup. Let's say you got 100 pickups. Let's just say $4,000 for every syndication. I mean, the local business isn't going to do that. But there was a part in the conversation on Dre's show where she actually gave an idea to writing title tags to improve CTR, which improves the value of your press releases. And I'm using press releases term loosely because they do actually do syndications of articles. And so I can consume that piece of information and go, how can I use that for myself? And then one of my consulting clients, they do information content and they syndicate to MSN, and MSN's like, hey, you need to do something about your title so we can get better CTR from it. That one little piece of that SEO video show, I talked to the clients about it. We're going to implement it, and I'm expecting, because I just have a kind of a sixth sense for it, that the application is going to increase their revenue, make MSN happy, And hopefully they'll be able to get syndicated more. And it's an easy change, right? So, but that's how I do it. I'll just listen to that stuff in the background. Someone will say something, be like, "What?" Like I listened to the SEO video show while I was cooking chili. That's and that came up. So that's how I bring in all that knowledge and how I filter it, Charles. I'm understanding the scale where you're working, Charles. I would imagine that it's going to have to be the same way. Let's see. How can I index 100,000 product pages with high quality? Leave a bookmark. No. If you share every one of your pages on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest, do you worry about it? It's a footprint because you shared for all of those? No, it's not a footprint. And in indexing 100,000 product pages, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even worry about it. I would worry and focus on the category pages first. Focus on and rank the category pages. I would monitor your search analytics to find your popular products after the first quarter. And then I would focus on ranking those and then rinse, repeat and let the site structure and Googlebot index your products as it goes. If you got 100,000 products, you have 100,000 essentially generic name products, and no one's searching for them anyway. But they are searching for the category that those products are in line in. So that's how you get those guys. And then as you see that your user flow, you got products that are getting a lot of traffic. If they're not indexed, index those and send high quality social bookmarks to those. You have your automated schema already in place. Go into those products and do a little bit more advanced schema, build that out a little bit more, and then rinse, repeat, and carry through. I wouldn't try to focus on indexing 100,000 pages. That's you're. I mean, I indexed a website of 8 million pages. Google got us up to 3.5 million. Then it cleaned itself out down to 1.5 million. But it didn't improve our traffic, didn't improve our rankings, didn't improve our phone calls going up or down with the index numbers. So I stopped really worrying about indexing large sites in that regards. And if you have, if it's a store and you got really good, unique product stuff, indexing is just going to happen easier on those stores. If you're doing an affiliate play and you're using product descriptions and stuff, and you just build out 100,000 pages to, get a site out there right now, then follow that step that I just gave you. And rewrite and clean up those product listings and stuff as you go through it. And your indexing will just go up naturally as you're building and promoting the website in a smarter way. Peter, how many accounts would you recommend a brand use for social bookmarks? I always your accounts. So I have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram is the Glory 5. And those are based off of the ones that Google uses inside of the knowledge graph. When you display it, you can see the socials that they attach to it. And then I'll get like a Reddit, a Medium, and that kind of stuff. And then in SEO Autopilot, I just use the ones in high quality social bookmarks. And then the way that software works is if one of the account goes dead, it just makes a new one. So I don't count them. Does that make sense? I think there's in Autopilot, there's 25, 30 high quality ones. I don't know how many are in Neo. I can open up Neo and see, or try to see. You don't need the way that's the way SEO autopilot works. It creates one account. It creates the accounts for you if the accounts are dead. But it doesn't post to the same. It only posts to one, depending on how you set it up. It only posts to one or a few times. That's how you set it up. If you set it to run 10 SEO social bookmark high qualities, and there's 25 of them in each one of those nodes, and you point 10 nodes at it, then you're going to use 25 accounts for each one of those things. That's how software automation works. Let's see. All right. Well, YouTube, that's been an hour. I think if you count the time that it took me to figure out that you guys can hear me, and the time it took me to get into Brock's course because the stupid verified code wouldn't work. And the time I went over on the clock, I think we should be good. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming. Hit the thumbs up if you could, and share the video with your friends. And if you're building backlinks, I don't know, and you need a video to embed my videos. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you.